Hey guys, Ramblin' Bob here again. Okay, so I'm hot off the heels of doing the first impression look at the Mega 3 power station by Opaz or Oops, however you pronounce that company. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do the... I didn't know that they even had these three systems out there. And I thought, I'll take a look at it. A subscriber asked me to take a look at it, so I did. I'm going to give my opinion. I don't have the system, but I definitely want to see, because I'm as interested as anybody else as far as learning this technology. So sit back, have some popcorn, grab a Dr. Pepper, and let's enjoy our new favorite hobby together, which is solar power. Okay, so I got it in the taskbar up here, and we're going to hit enter. I have not seen the system yet, other than a little, like a sneak peek of the last video, which was one picture. So I know absolutely, literally nothing about this system or what it comes with and what it has. Right off the bat, it looks like a big boy, though. I mean, you're looking at, I don't know, maybe, I'm going to guess 5,000 watt hours of what I think I remember from the last video. It kind of reminds me of like EcoFlow, if you remember. They used to side-by-side these, the cascading cable or the connecting cables, the parallel cables, side-by-side units. But I do like these little wheels on the bottom right away, because the Mega Oops or Opaz Mega 3, that was only 83 pounds, and I was kind of shocked by that. I was expecting more weight with all the dollies and the wheels and the whatnot and all the features. But a very powerful inverter, that's got to be probably 10 pounds in itself, I'm guessing. But this looks like a big super thing that could compete possibly with the Bluetti AC500. So without further ado, guys, we're going to hop right into it. I do like the black look, though. I think that's very cool. I like the jet black power stations. I like that, because when they sit in the background, they're out of sight, out of mind. I like that. I like it. As long as they do their job, awesome. Stay over there in the corner. So I'm a big fan of that. Okay, this looks like a big robust. It looks almost identical. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and say it looks literally identical as the Mega Oops number 3. The Opaz Mega 3. But this is a home backup and portable power station. Oh yeah, here you go. So 4,000 watts of AC power, guys. That's a lot of meat coming out of that little box. And then 5,000 watt hours of battery. So this definitely, I guarantee. Now this one I got to be right with. This is over 100 pounds for sure. It has to be. If I'm wrong, I'll eat my tie. And I don't even wear a tie. I have to buy one to eat one. Okay, so this is the Mega Unit number 5 only. This is $3,000 here. Let's see. Let's do the online calculator. Obviously, I do have a calculator on my phone and whatnot, but I do like to have this one, because then you can see it, because I'm screen recording. What was it? $3,000. So this is how you figure out how much per watt hour it costs. So 3,000 divided by, and I believe it was 5,000 something. 5,040. Okay, so I want to be fair. 5,040. I'm going to guess 60, 65. Let's see. Boop. Drum roll, 60 cents. Yeah, about 60 cents per watt hour. A little bit less than what I thought. That's why I use the calculator. Pro tip, use the calculator. Yeah, so 60 cents per watt hour. Guys, the price of these power stations is going down, and it's getting very exciting. When I first started, as I mentioned in the other video, I was paying $1 to $2 per watt hour, and holy cow, the prices come down almost 2 to 3, almost 4 times down. Well, up to a fourth of what I was paying for my first power station. So great times, guys. We're living in great times. Let's see the highlights here. You got 5,040 watt hours of capacity, 4,000 pure sine wave inverter, up to 7,000 surge. Now, guys, if I'm not mistaken, the Mega Oops, I'm sorry, I always mess it up. The Opaz or Oops Mega 3 had a 7,000 watt surge too, except that the rated power now is bigger. I think, if I remember correctly, I think it was 3,600 watt hours. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's late, and I'm just looking at this for the first time, but I just can't go to sleep because I love this new industry of solar power. It is so addicting. So yeah, it looks like maybe a tweaked power inverter, the AC inverter was just tweaked a little bit, or maybe it's just a new model. I don't know. Lithium iron phosphate batteries, guys, that's a must. You got to have those nowadays. You get 3,500 cycles to 80%. The lithium ion are nice, but they can be very dangerous if you overfeed too much power into them. They can pop and start a fire and whatnot. These don't. They smoke. I've seen where actually people punctured them, and it's just a bunch of steam. Obviously, it's not safe to breathe, but you have a much better chance of not burning down your house, of course, because these don't put out the flames. I always call it the blowtorch from hell. You can quote me on that. I think I coined the term on this channel for sure. The blowtorch from hell. That it just sounds scary, doesn't it, guys? Sounds like some secret weapon that a villain would have in a Superman movie or something. Expandable up to 10,000, only 10,000 watt hours with the B5, guys. That's a strange thing. Okay, so let me get this straight. The OPEZ Mega 5 can only expand up to 10,000 watt hours with one B5. Or the Mega 3 can expand up to, if I can remember correctly, I think it was 15,000 watt hours. So you can actually have a bigger system, a bigger battery pack with a smaller unit. Okay, I assume that this would have more battery packs, and this could compete as far as the size with the AC500. This is actually smaller than the AC300 by Bluetti. So I'll keep looking, though. I'm not going to give up. I want to see if anything jumps at me as far as options or power output. I do like the 4,000 watts, guys. You can run a lot of stuff on 4,000 watts. 16 outputs. I think that's the same as the other one. I didn't, what's strange? I didn't see. I counted 15. Let me do it again here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Guys, if I'm not mistaken, I only see 15. I assumed and thought that there would be a Wi-Fi charging up here, or a wireless charging up here for the phone, but I'm missing a port, guys. If you can, if you know what the port I'm missing is, leave a comment. I want to learn too. It says 16 outputs here for multiple devices, and that looks like a power button, and I don't know what that is, but I don't see any more ports, guys. Maybe it's in one of these little flappy doors here on the sides. Okay, so here you got the 16 outputs. You got 6 ways to recharge: AC solar car, AC plus solar generator, and EV charger. That's nice, guys. So that puts out some serious voltage. I think that goes up to like, what, 240, I think, input, or 120 at 30 amps. I mean, EV chargers are very powerful. They go all the way up to, well, I don't even know. I think like 480. I mean, Tesla's taking some serious power. Holy cow. I saw a Tesla the other day on a review, and, they were talking about, I think it was like 250,000 watt hours of power. Holy crap, Zill. You're driving, you're literally riding on 250,000 watt hours of power. Holy crap, Zilla. Guys, your house runs at about 10 to 20,000 watt hours a day. That means that your car can power your house for up to 24 days, just with the battery amount. Holy cow, is this technology exploding. Wow. Okay, smart HD LCD display. That's nice because it has all the ins and outs and what you need on there. The what have yous and the thingamabobs, they're all listed on there. The fastest charging speed, fully charged in 1.5 hours. Guys, that's a monster amount of power input. 3,900 watts. If I'm not mistaken, I thought that was the same watts as the other system, the Mega 3. Anderson recharging input. I would like to have seen these have a little bit more robust input. MC4. Anderson is fine. I'm an MC4, guys. Seamless UPS backup up to 2,200 watts max. That was the same as the other model. And the reason I wanted to do these back to back, guys, is because I have all the numbers kind of freshly in my head, and I want to make sure that I can compare them fairly because, like I said, I've never used or seen these systems before. Thank you to the subscriber that turned me on to these, and that way I can learn something new. I'm always, like, I should be sleeping right now for work, but I'm always excited about learning more about this technology. It has caught me by absolute fire. Smart control and monitor. I like the monitor, guys, if it does what it says. Do that heartbeat thing like you see on one of those meters. I call them bleep bleeps as a kid. It goes bleep bleep, bleep like that, and then you can see how much power is going in and out. I like that. Hopefully the other systems will have that too. I know the bigger ones do. $3,000. So this is a big system with a big price tag here. Let's see here. This surprised me, guys. I was really surprised that it's only 10 kilowatts. Now, 10 kilowatts is nothing to sneeze at. It's nothing to shake a stick at, if you will. That's a good amount of power, but I'm looking at big power myself. And everyone, your needs and wants are going to be different. That's just the way it is. You may need not even close to 5,000 watt hours of power. You might need 500. So everyone's going to be different. But I was under kind of the expectation, not the guarantee, but the expectation, the hoping that this would be a big monster battery unit, kind of like the AC500 from Bluetti. So that kind of knocked me down a little bit as far as my excitement here, as far as the capacity. But like I say, you may not need that much capacity. Let's see here, nonstop UPS. That's good, guys. This grid tie stuff, guys. If this does have a grid tie, make sure that you're very, very, very safe doing that stuff. We don't even talk about that on this channel. It can be very dangerous, if not deadly. Power for EVs. That's this TT 30 amp output right here that integrates into RVs a lot better. Blackouts 3,500 life cycles. Here's your monitor and control app. Let's see, here's your system here. This reminds me exactly of the EcoFlow. I think it was the Delta and the Delta 2 that had this same kind of style, where I don't recall if they had wheels on theirs or not, but I knew that there was a handle here, so they could have had wheels where you lift it up and kind of drag it like a dolly. Let's see here, calculate on 2,000 watt hours of electricity per day in a household emergency. 2,000 watt hours would get you through an emergency. I would recommend more, but if you had to get through it, guys, I always look at heat. Heat is the #1 power consumer that I can think of for energy. Cooking is obviously heat. Heating is heat, obviously. It draws the most power. So if you had a 10,000 watt hour system like this, that means if you had a 500 watt heater, you could run it for 20 hours. Now that would get you through the night and possibly the day until the sun came up, if your heater were to go out and you kind of all huddled in one room for the night for an emergency. So I look at heat, and then obviously cooking is the other aspect of the heat generation, because without heat you don't cook, maybe, unless you have a microwave, but that's cheating. No cheating. So probably in a I don't know what would be better. That would be a good test. What would be better, the microwave versus conventional heat, as far as an electric heating pad, as far as the power usage of a power station. Maybe I'll do that one day, because obviously a microwave works much faster, so maybe that would use less power, but so maybe that would be better in an emergency situation. I didn't think of that till now. Okay, so let's see. What do you got here? This kind of gives you an idea. Guys, this company's got to do better with their pictures. I don't mean to nitpick, but we got to have better, cleaner, clearer pictures. Do yourself a favor. Do not put a power station like this on a rock next to water. It just doesn't, it's probably not going to end up in a good way here. This is better now. Here's your family out here having a good day, probably fishing and kayaking and canoeing and stuff. And now you got some big stuff going on here. It doesn't really give you runtime hours, guys. Here's a good one. I always like pictures like this, guys. Like I said, this looks like a 1980s household. Not to poke fun, but I love how they have all 6. Was it 1, 2, 3? They have all 5 wires plugged in here, and then they don't go anywhere. I always like those crazy pictures like that on these power stations. As you can see, the pictures, they're just not high enough quality, guys, to where you could read them. I do like these, but you can see how kind of stretched out the words are. I have my screen set to 80%. I'll put it to 100%. And notice it cleaned it up a little bit, but notice that you still cannot read this. And if this wasn't here, you wouldn't know what this is. So we're going to run through this. I'm going to put it back to my 80 here. And that way I get more stuff on the screen here, guys. So here's your charging input. We're going to start here. That is the fast charge, 1,800 watts. The slow charge is 900 watts. That also I like on both systems, that you can actually slow down the charging because it's better for your battery cycles and your battery cells. I like that. And then you still have the opportunity to fast charge up to 3,900 flipping watts to hurry up and charge it in case of an emergency. That's quick. That maybe 3-4 hours, you'd have this whole thing charged up with the expansion battery pack. Here's your Anderson here. Your Anderson input is 2100 watts. I believe that's the same number. If my computer brain, I have an Apple IIe brain here. It's an old one, but it works. That was the same input on the other one with the 12 to 150 volt input. I do like that, but the higher voltage does make me nervous, so be careful playing with higher voltage, guys. Overload protection, that's a circuit breaker. I like that. It's a switch. When it snaps, you just, kind of like in your house, you go downstairs, you go, oh, crap, Zilla, I popped the fuse. And you go down there and you, the fuse, there's my age. You go down and you pop the circuit over, and next thing you know, you're back in business. Very good to have that, guys. You don't want fires, or you want as much safety as you can when it comes to batteries and electricity and whatnot. Here's your extra battery port, guys. Now, according to this, it only uses one. We're gonna have to wait to the specs, but on the pictures it says only 10 kilowatts. Now, the Mega, the Opez Mega 3 was able to do 6 B2s, I think they were called, the battery ports. That's the numbers again, guys. I have to access the filing cabinet in my head. The B2 battery expansions, you could put 6 of them on there, which gave you 15. It was at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,000 watt hours of power. So you actually get a bigger battery bank on the Mega Oops. I did it again. The Oops Opez Mega 3 than you do on the Opez Oops Mega 5. And I was expecting the other way around. So I'm a little down about that. I was hoping for a really big system. Here's your Anderson output port. So you have one Anderson. That's nice because I would prefer an XT60, but Anderson works just fine. That's a 30 amp. You can run stuff like diesel heaters out of this, guys. Anything that has a very high amperage. I don't know if you can put tools and stuff in there, but say you got some ham radios and stuff that needs, some big towers or so. Who knows what you're running there? You could be talking to the moon for all I know. This comes in handy. This output for devices at 12 volts. You have 2 60 watt power delivery ports. Now, if I can remember clearly, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring up the Mega 2, guys. I'm going to open this one and I'm going to put this here so I can put them side by side, guys, because if I'm going to let me test my memory. I believe, and I do recall that these were 100 watt outputs on the Mega 3. So the number goes up, but the power outs go down. Kind of backwards of what I was expecting. But these are only 60 watt power delivery ports here, which means that they go up to 15 volts at 5. Is it 15? Is it 15 at 4? 4 amps probably. Yeah, because that's 60. Now I want to go down and find this picture on this other Oopsie here. I'm going to call it the Oopsie. No, I think it's Opez. I don't know. Let's see. Where's that picture, guys? Where's that picture? There you go. Okay, so yep, see here, my memory serves me correctly. My Apple IIe Commodore 64 brain is working here. See this? 2 at 100 watt outputs. Guys, no jokes, I would take this output over this one any day. You can get more energy out of these ports at up to 20 volts. So notice that the 3 is actually more powerful as far as the options than the 5. So I was kind of taken aback by that. Maybe this company goes backwards. Maybe the 2 is more powerful than the 3 and the 5. So who knows? Maybe I'll do that one next. I am getting tired though. But I really enjoy this hobby. Okay, so we got the 60 watt. That kind of let me down a little bit. Here you got your Quick Charge 3. So all 4 of these are going to be 18 watts. That's the same as the 3, as you see right there. They didn't list it on there, but Quick Charge 3 is usually 18 watts, hence 3 levels. So you have 6, 12, and 18. Quick Charge 2 would be 12, and then 1 would be traditional, that's 6, and then obviously 3 would be 18. I don't know if they have a Quick Charge 4 coming out yet. And then you have 5 AC outputs at 120 volts at 4,000 watts. Holy crap, Zilla. Guys, same question I had on the Opez Mega 3. Theirs was 3,600. I don't know. I don't believe it. I'd have to be proven wrong here, guys. Do you think that you could get 4,000 watts out of this bad boy, or is that just referencing this or all together? Wow, you'd have to have a heck of a powerful little boy, oh boy, my brain here. Extension cord, industrial cord to pull that kind of amperage out of there. Holy crapzilla. Let's see what that is, guys. Let's see, it's 4,000. 1, 2, 3. That's too many, guys. Okay, let's go 4,000 and then divided by 120, and that'll give you your amps. Boop, survey says it's at 33 amps, guys. That's a lot for a cord, man. I could see a cord starting on fire. I have a feeling that's referring to this one, guys. If it is just referring to the TT 30 for the RB kind of hookup or the heavy duty stuff, I wish it would explain that, but I can't see 3,600 watts coming out of this. Well, actually, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong one. 4,000 watts coming out of one of these. I can't see it. Maybe 2,000, but maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me, guys. Correct me for sure. Let's see. Here you got the. This is called a cigarette lighter, guys. I don't care what anyone else calls it. The car output will always be known to me as a cigarette lighter port. Let's see, you got the 5.5 millimeter barrels. I don't know. Usually there's two of these guys, a 5.5 times something, so I don't know what the pin is. I think that should be written here. Same as the other one is the 12 volts at 120 watts out, which is 10 amps. Here's your TT30. That's good for integration to an RV or a heavier device, a power tool or something that takes a lot more amperage. Circle saws and big stuff like that takes a bigger kind of power draw on the amps, to get it going. Now this one, I don't know if the other one had it. I didn't see it, and they didn't advertise it here, guys. Is on this side. I think I do remember seeing. Let me see if I can go up here. I do remember seeing on the original one here. Oh, no, I stand corrected. I thought there was a door panel right here. And all right, let me go back down here because I want to keep this reference alive here. That way I can go back and forth. And I don't want to lose my online calculator in case I need it here. So let me pull that back. All right, online calculator. Okay. This one has a special little door here for the EV charging port of up to 1,800 watts. Very cool, guys. So I didn't see that on this model. The Mega 3 doesn't have this. This has an extra battery port, but I don't see anything. And if it did, it would. I'm pretty sure they'd highlight it with another picture over here, as they did with the Mega 5. So there's definitely pluses and minuses to either one of these, depending on what you need and what you want. If I were to have a choice, boy, I don't know. I like the battery banks, guys. I like a 4-cylinder car with a 100-gallon gas tank. That's just how I like it. I don't need a bunch of power, but I do need longevity as far as the battery cells. So for the capacity. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if I'd use that, but the nice thing with this is now that the other one doesn't have is I just thought of this. It just popped in my brain because I don't have electric car, guys. I don't know if I'm going to get one or not. They are pricey. You got to save some bucks to get one of those guys. Tesla, hey, Elon Musk, if you're listening, send me a Tesla. I'll review it. Please, 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 if you send it for free. Okay, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Maybe Santa Claus will drop me off one. Who knows? You can always ask. Okay, so the EV charger port, like say you're driving along here and you pull up on a gas station or you pull up on one of the shopping centers here or the Walmarts, and some of them now have these EV chargers where you could pull over and you could fill this bad boy up pretty quick off an EV charger and pay with your credit card. So now you do have a plus as far as that option, where this option, this model didn't have that. So I like that. I think that's a plus because, hey, hurry up, get this power in there and get out of here. You know what I mean? So I do like that. That's a plus. So we'll put that in the plus category for the Opez Mega 5 over the 3. Okay, same as what I said before. These are the battery cells here. Let's see. Hopefully they got that cool pictures here. 2,100 watts of solar input. See, this is nice. You could charge right into a Tesla or something from this box. That's cool. Wait, up to 3,900 watts? Get out of town. You could really put 3,900 watts into a car? Out of a... Wait. Okay, I'm confused. This is a standard cord. You can run 3,900 watts through this cord? That's not the big cord. That's the standard cord. Guys, I'd like to see that. Holy cow. Holy crapzilla. 1,800 watts from the wall. 1,800 watts for the EV. I think that's cool. I haven't seen that much on any power station. So I like option 2. And a generator. A generator is 1,800 watts too. So a generator I have. I don't have this. I don't have the car. And I do have this. But I'd like to bring that down a little bit. Or the 12 volt. Guys, this would take a long time. 10,000, let's see, 10,000 watt hours divided by approximately 100, that'd be 100 hours approximately to charge this bad boy. That's a long drive, guys, but it's nice to put a little supplemental power in there. Here's the app, guys. I talked about it before. It's a Wi-Fi Bluetooth thing, and then you have a lot of devices, Bluetooth devices, Wi-Fi, so you can do either way. You can scan the code to add a machine. Here's a Mega 5, Mega 5, and Mega 5. I don't know why they put 3 of the same ones on there. Maybe they should put Mega 5, Mega 3, and Mega 2 on there. But, maybe they're fancy and rich like that, and they got 3 of these bad boys running. So, who am I to judge, right? So, all right, fully charged and out. Wow, 1.3 hours, guys. That's a lot. Remember, this is a 5,000 watt hour unit, and you could put that power in there in an hour and 3. So that's about an hour and a quarter. Wow, that's really fast, guys. Holy crap, Zilla! And you have 2 options to do that, which is the AC EV charging or the AC EV charging with the extra battery. Wowie zowie. That's this technology, guys, it's really going here. That's cool. I don't remember seeing that in the other one. 55 decibel charging or usability. Let's see. Immerse yourself in the comments of the product. Minimal noise output, allowing you to save your serenity. The savior is serenity. There you go. That's like a poem here. William Shakespeare is right up here. That's nice, guys, because the last thing you want when you're reading a book is this noise in the background. Here you got a nice quiet fireplace and a nice quiet power supply. So this lady's or young gentleman or young lady is having the time of their life, probably reading their favorite book next to a fireplace and just kind of chilling, if you will. Very, very cool. Now these guys, we don't talk about these on this channel, guys, other than the absolute basics. We have zero knowledge of this stuff. This stuff scares me, guys. When you do grid tie systems, ask for help, guys. Please go to another channel and learn about this stuff. Don't just go buy this stuff and try to hook it to your home or your grid. You will have problems. You will have fines. You will have all kinds of problems, and possibly fires, and possibly somebody could be dead. You know what I mean? Like this, that's a very dangerous thing to goof around with your home panels and your circuit breaker box. Don't do it. They usually have warnings in here. This one didn't have it, but this. Oh, look at that! There's Hobotech. Hi, Hobotech. This one had it. They had a really good, powerful warning. I don't know where it was. Let me see if I can find that picture again, guys. This one right here. Notice that this one right here has a must be performed by a qualified electrician under the guidance of installation. Guys, there are all kinds of laws and what do they call them? Certain regulations when you start doing grid tie stuff, guys. And if I can recommend you to anybody, the first one I'd recommend to you would be Will Prouse, a wonderful, intelligent young fella. Very, very educated in this industry. I'm learning a lot from him, but I don't touch transfer kits or grid ties. Not yet. I'm not ready. You're ready when you're ready, and that's when you're ready. But I would recommend him first, and then probably bounce over to Hobotech and see what he has to offer as far as the education. And it'll keep you out of trouble, and it'll keep you without getting fines. Hi, Hobotech. We watch your channel all the time, buddy. Okay, let's see here. Okay, now we're down to the baseball, the baseball stats, guys. If you're an old fellow like me, you know that the baseball stats is always what you go to figure out your favorite player. I look at these as your home runs and your base hits and your walks. Okay, so you got a 5,040 watt hour capacity battery that can be expanded up to 10,080, I believe it is, with 2. Which is the add-on battery pack. Lithium iron phosphate batteries, 3,500 cycles to 80%. That's I would consider that industry standard of what I've learned. It says less than 20 milliseconds. Now, I believe that's faster than the Mega 3. I think the Mega 3 was 20. Let's see here. Yep, 20. Okay, so they rated that one at 20 milliseconds. And this is under 20 milliseconds or equal to 20 milliseconds. So that's good. So they did better with the UPS as far as the switching over to the batteries. The BMS, obviously, that's the battery management system. That's the little brain in there, like a Intel chip kind of thing. And it takes all the information and goes, okay, you go over there, you go over there, you go over there. And that keeps your batteries balanced. Keeps them equal, it keeps them running smooth and everything. That's the brain of the operations. Without that, very dangerous. The old battery packs used to have just straight cells, and if they got unbalanced for any reason, which batteries do, they get unbalanced all the time, the cells, because some cells will drop and wear out earlier than other cells, depending on which ones are being utilized more, or the heat, or, there's all kinds of things that could wear and tear on a battery cell. So the battery management system kind of looks at that and says, all right, hey, you're being a little overpowered. I'm going to transfer the power over this way and let you cool down and get where you're supposed to be. So it's almost like a teacher that runs the whole classroom, guys. Without the teacher, you just have a bunch of mayhem. Okay, so here's your output. Here's your 5 at 120 volts up to 4,000 watts. Guys, let me know if this is 4,000 or they're all 4,000. I can't believe that would go up to 4,000, but maybe I'm wrong. It's very possible. I'm still learning too. Here's your output, which we saw the 55. I'm gonna take a guess. 5525, 5521 barrels. I think this is the outer ring, and yeah, it looks like that. But if you don't put it here, Oops or Opaz, we don't know. I'll always have the menu fully. When you go to a restaurant, you want to see exactly what's on the food before you order. This is the food. This is the menu. 4 quick charge at 18 watt max. So I was correct on the wattage for that, which will be probably, if my brain serves me correctly, it's 15 volts at 4 amps, which is 60 watts. No, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, for this one, I'm sorry. Yeah, 15 for the USB-C. I jumped ahead of myself here. That's 15 volts at 4 amps, which is 60 watts. And that's max, of course. Now, usually you don't usually get that, but a lot of times, sometimes you do, which is really good. If you can get that full output, it's awesome. Here's your TT30 output, which is the circly one that I was telling you about that says 4,000 here. I have a feeling that this is up to 4,000 total, and this is up to 4,000 by itself. But since it doesn't say, how am I supposed to know? I'm guessing. I'm throwing it in the wind there. Your car output, guys, to me, I don't care what they say. This is a cigarette lighter. I'm always going to call it a cigarette lighter. It is what it is for me. You can call it whatever you want. That's out at 12 volts at 10 amps, which is 120 watts respectively. The Anderson output, now I like this one. This is the 12 volt by 30. So with this port, you can run stuff like bigger tools or bigger devices like radios, big stuff where you're putting out a lot of wattage. And diesel heaters, I talk about diesel heaters a lot, guys. I wish I could find a company that I could link up that would send me a diesel heater. I'm dying to try one. If there's any diesel heater companies out there and you want to put your product out there, hey, I'll throw you a number. So email me. I want to try one so bad. They're not that much, guys. I saw them down to like about maybe $100-$150, and I'm ready to throw the money at it. But I want to learn more about them before I put the money at it. And if I can review one, and if I end up not liking it, I can be honest with the review and say, well, they're not for me. So that's why I'm kind of holding off. But I really want one. Hopefully soon I'll get one. Here's our fast AC charge, guys. This is 1,800 watts max, which is 120 volts at 16 amps max. When you're charging this much, guys, watch out what you're pulling from, because if your circuit is on with something else, say a microwave or a heater or something like that, and you put them on the same, you'll pop your fuse in your house if you have a 20 amp circuit. So be careful of that. That's why I do like this option. There's an option in the app that slows down the AC charging. Awesome, guys. That's awesome. It'll less wear and tear on your battery cells. You'll get more cycles out of that, because the less you beat up a car, the more it drives. That's a simple formula. Solar input is 2,100 watts max. I'm pretty sure that was the same. Yep, 2,100 watts max. There's not much difference between these, but I kept it here. That way we can ballpark back and forth in case my Commodore 60 brain fails on me here. The EV charging now, this I like, that extra port. It wasn't here. See, there's no input for EV charging, so I do like that, though. I never thought I'd pull over and charge on the side of a road, but that would be great in emergency, right? That would be great in emergency. So you're camping, you could run right up to the gas station, charge it for an hour or whatever, and bring it back to the campsite. So and use your solar panel on top of that. So yes, that's a plus. That's a plus for me. Connectivity is Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, guys. Hopefully, and this I'm hoping, I don't have any knowledge of these systems at all yet. I hope that you can set it up through the Wi-Fi and use it from around the world, but you can also hopefully use it just through the Bluetooth. I'm I'm not a fan of the internet, guys. I don't like putting my personal stuff on the internet unless I have to. So I don't know how many people are out there that are like me in this situation. I value privacy to a point of, that's my power station. I don't want everyone to know I got a power station. They might come and take it. You never know. App control, yes, that's obviously in the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. And then this, guys, I don't know, maybe I'm just an old fella. This Alexa and Google, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I see these kids, they're talking to their phones, they're talking to their watches, and, it looks like a James Bond movie in the mall. What does it say? Alexa, play a song for me, and it comes on. I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for that yet. I don't know. The technology is, even though I'm quote unquote a technology channel, that's still a little bit above my pay grade as far as whether I like it or not. It seems creepy to me, guys. I don't know. I'm not ready for it. But maybe if one of these companies, were to, send us one and we'll try it out, and maybe who knows? Maybe I'll love it. But I don't know. I just remember all the Danger Will Robinson movies where the robots are, not cool. You know what I mean? So I'm not ready for the robot yet. Elon must slow down a little bit. Okay, so unless you do the Teslas, then speed up. That's a good joke. You'll like that one. Okay, so net weight is 110 pounds. So I was right. This one is definitely more than 100 pounds. Guys, don't play games with this one. If you can't pick up more than 100 pounds, don't. You can get a hernia. You can throw out your back, your knees, your rotator cuffs, your elbows. There's all kinds of parts of your body that'll fail if you're not used to picking weights up like this. 100 pounds is no joke. I can pick up 100 pounds easy still, but I'll tell you what, I'm starting to make noises when you pick up 100 pounds. And those of you who are laughing right now know exactly the noises that I'm talking about, where you go, ugh, and you try to lift that thing. And you didn't do that when you were younger, but now you start making those weird noises when you pick up the heavy stuff. So use the buddy system, guys. Go get a friend. Go get call the wife or the husband from the other room and say, hey, we got to move this. And, you have the wheels, but if you have to pick it up, guys, the buddy system is the best way to go for a system over 100 pounds. Okay, dimensions here, we got 25 by 12 by 17. Now, I think the other one was the exact same. Look at that, 25 by 12 by 17. So they literally are the same size, guys. So they just changed some of the specs in it. And I assumed it would be a bigger casing, but that's really surprising, guys, because I'll tell you what, there's 3,072 watt hours in this big old box, and that's this. I wonder if these are wrong. This is 83 pounds, and this one, if you look real close, it's literally almost the same. It might be the same numbers, 11.9. Yeah, it's the exact same numbers, guys. So I wonder if they made a typo on their page, because I can't see 3,000 watt hours of batteries the same size as 5,000. So I have a feeling that these are wrong. Oops or Opaz, do me a favor. Check your dimensions on your page. It's a simple mistake, probably. Make sure that this is correct, because you're looking at 30 pounds heavier, guys. And 30 pounds heavier usually means 30 pounds bigger. You know what I mean? So I would have them check that. So don't take my advice as far as what I read here, guys. I would look into the system a little bit more. Operating temperature is 30 to 104. Storage temperature is 30 to 104, so same. Sometimes I thought you could store batteries a little lower as long as you just don't use them, but they have their specs here. I gotta abide and listen to what they say. Here's their certifications, guys. I'm not a certification guys. I'm not a Sparky. I'm not an electrician, so I don't know what a lot of these mean. I will look them up one day. This is obviously a UN code, and this is a MSD code, but yeah, I don't know what they are. The 36 months warranty, that's the same as the other model. They did advertise that industry leading for the warranties, guys. I'm not a fan of warranties, and yet I am. That's a love-hate relationship there, because, guys, a warranty is only as good as the paper you write it on. And if a company doesn't want to honor the warranty, there's not much you can do when they're overseas. So be careful about warranties, guys. Don't just jump on there, because I could give you a 100-year warranty, and if I die in 5 years, your warranty's dead. You know what I mean? So it's that simple of sometimes the way they write warranties. So be careful. I remember a long time ago I bought a muffler for my car, and I think I had either a Ford Festive, no, not a Ford Festive, a Ford Escort or a Mercury Lynx. It's basically the same car with two different names on it. And I bought the muffler, or it could have been a Festiva too. I've owned a lot of cars. I like to buy the cheap ones. I have fun with those. You beat them up, you throw them away, you buy another one. I keep the guys working at the repair shops. the muffler had a lifetime warranty on it from a place, and obviously it rusted through because they made it out of steel. Like, who makes a muffler out of steel? What a bad idea. That was an old-timey thing. And, steel rusts. I mean, make it aluminum. Aluminum doesn't rust. You have to help it rust, if you know what I mean. So I went back to get that, and, of course, the warranty covered the muffler, which was fine, but it didn't cover the not the maintenance, the what do they call it? Oh boy, my brain, the workmanship. You know what I mean? The repair of the guy. The guy that puts it on the car. So they ended up charging me $100 to $150 to put it on the car every year. Guys, I got hosed on that one, man. If I could take a terminology from my Canadian friends out there, I got hosed pretty good. Yeah, they're hey. It was embarrassing, but I was a young kid. I didn't know any better, and I have learned about warranties much more than what I'd like to. Guys, you remember that movie with one of my favorite actors? The chubby guy. Who was he? Not Jack Black. Chris Farley, the young fella died way too young, guys. Like John Belushi, we're losing him young. He was in that movie where they were selling brakes or something. And he had that quote in the movie that really rings true. That you can something about the chef and the steak. You can go back and watch that movie. Like, are you going to take the word of the chef, or are you going to stick your head up the bull's behind? It really makes sense, though. Like, are you going to look at the product yourself and look at the warranty, or are you going to take someone's word for it? So always read the warranty, guys. I'm a big fan of that. And read the fine print. Hi, Hovatech. I always like reading the warranties. Any company that doesn't have any problems with the warranties, they should have them listed on their website in full in full legalese, so you can download it and read it and have your family and friends read it, so you can understand what you're getting into before you hop in the pool. All right, so this basically was a $3,000 Mega. It's the Mega 5 home backup and portable power station. Now, these are still portable, even at 110 pounds, guys. And this wheel right here makes them portable. And that's how they're able to still be portable systems, because you could pull out this little lever here. If you're on the other side of the pond, it's a lever. And if you're on our side of the pond, it's a lever. Tomato, right? And then you use the wheels to drag this bad boy across the beach or whatever you're going to do. I don't know how big the wheels are. It didn't say, guys. It didn't say. I know how big an average outlet is. This is usually approximately about 1 inch by 1 inch, so you can kind of get an idea. This is probably like, let's see, 1, 2, 3. This is probably a 4-inch tire, maybe a 5 a wheel. But I don't know because it doesn't say. So I do like full disclosure as far as what you're buying before you buy. You don't want to open a box and go, holy crap, these are 3-inch tires, or 3-inch wheels, and then you can't go over rocks and sand and dirt and stuff like that. And 100 pounds, 110 pounds will sink directly into the sand, the same as an elephant standing on 1 foot. Not a good idea. That's why they spread their weight out over those big old feet they got. Their feet are so big they get squishy in one step. So always be nice to elephants, guys. So it's an interesting system. I do like the appearance of it. We can go through the pictures and see real quick. That's a video here. All right. Does this get big? All right. So let's this once again, guys. We got to update these pictures. Look at how pixelated these are. Pixelated, is that a word, guys? Pixelated. We got to do a higher quality picture so the people buying it. Like, I can't even read this here, guys. I can't. 4,000, I think. But guys, we got to do better on the pictures, guys. I don't mean to pick on you, but it's a thing where if I can't see the steak at a restaurant, I don't want to buy it. I don't want to. I don't want to see a blown up picture of a steak. I want to see the real steak. A capacity up to 10,080 watt hours. I assumed it would be higher, guys. I was kind of let down with that. It's neat that it's in 2 little handy boxes, but I was hoping that you could hook this bad boy up to like 6 of them, and then you get some real power coming in. That 4-cylinder car with that 100-gallon gas tank. That's I'm gonna coin that term. That's my favorite term now. Oop, I lost it. All right, so let's go back here. Let's see here, 4,000. Was it 4,050 watts? Okay, well, guys, the picture went up 50 watts. I don't know why, but now it says 4,050 watts. So I wonder if that's a typo, because it says 4,000 watts on the other one. And this is the panel for the EV charging. But I can't see 4,000 watts coming out of these little receptacles here, guys. You'd burn that right up. Let me know if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. These are kind of cool, but you see how pixelated this is? That's my word, pixelated, guys. See how pixel this picture is? It looks like a bad video game. We got to do better with the pictures, so we just gotta. You see, all the writing is all kind of yucky pooey here. Let's see here. If I put it back to 100%, notice that it's still all pixelated, guys. Man. Yeah, okay, the app, I like the looks of the app. I haven't tried it yet, of course, but boy, the pictures. I go back to the pictures, guys. I want to see better pictures over here. That's the system here. It's neat. It reminds me of the EcoFlow. It really does. And I'm gonna guess. I'm just gonna take a while. I think that's a 4-inch tire. If you got one, let me know. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. 4 or 5 inches. It looks like 4 inches. 4 of these bad boys side to side. Maybe 4, 4.5, 5. I don't know. But that's what it looks like to me. And then these are all panels. All right, guys. Well, that was the quick look. It was the first glance at glance. That was a Bob Lazar saying. The first glance at the Opaz or OOPS Mega 5 home backup and portable power station. 540 watt hours. Oh, okay, there it is. It's 4,000 watts. And now I see where I messed up. Okay, 4,000 watts on the AC outs, and then 5,040 watt hours on the system. Okay, the picture was a little deceiving there. Not deceiving, but I misread it. But it looks interesting. I don't know if this is something that would work for me, but it possibly might work for you, or maybe none of these work for you. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. Check it out. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this one. It looks kind of like the 3, except that there was a few features I liked. I liked the EV charging. I thought that was nice. It's nicer that they're bigger battery packs, but I expected, I'm going to be honest, I expected a lot more. If this was expandable up to 20 or 30,000 watt hours, then you'd have my attention. Because, like I said, I'm looking for them gas tanks, guys. I don't need a ton of power. I need a ton of storage. Because then if you ever have a problem and the electricity goes out for a week, you go, I don't care. I'm going to go watch TV. And, you can have TV for a week without any problem. So I'm looking for the gas tank. I'm not looking for the power. I don't want to run super tools. I want to watch TV. But, yeah, guys, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, feel free, man. Join the subscriber family. We're a collection of folks out there, good people, hardworking people that all come together and talk about our favorite new hobby, which is power stations. Hopefully, you're learning and helping us learn a lot on this channel. We really spend a lot of time. We want to do this full time. It's really fun and intriguing by far. And we have a channel set up, which is not a channel, a website set up called Buy Me a Coffee thing. We actually call it Buy Me Hot Chocolate because I don't like coffee. If you wish to buy me a hot chocolate, I appreciate that, guys. It's very thankful. You don't have to, but I really do appreciate it. It helps make the channel grow, and then we can use those funds to buy more of this stuff to do more reviews. But on that channel, or that website, we have a lot of promo codes that we get, and I think we have, I want to say 5 or 6 companies. We're hooked up with about 60 companies now. That's a lot. For the first year having a review channel, to be hooked to that many companies is way more than I ever thought it would be. And remember, this channel was started by mistake. Not really a mistake, but yeah, almost on accident. I just wanted to get the information out there, and I thought, these people are listening. I'm going to help them more. And that hasn't stopped. But there's about 6 or 7 companies, maybe even a couple more, that actually gave us our own code, guys. And I was really surprised about that. Let me see if I can kind of show you what I'm talking about here. Let me open this bad boy here and do this one. I'm going to bring over a whole new browser. This is the website that my wife set up for me. She's pretty good on the computer. That's her joke on the pooter. This is our kitty. This is Rambling Bobcat. This is Mrs. Rambling Bob, and I, of course, am Rambling Bob. But we do this right here on this sale. There's only one post, guys, and we're probably going to keep it that way. We're not sure. But right here, if you go all the way down, these are all the companies, and you see here is AccuPower. They gave us our own promo code. So if you needed something from this company, you click this, use this code, and you get 10% off. Or you can sign up with the email and get 10% off. You don't have to use my code. So anytime that we find things like that, guys, here's another one, Rambling Bob Reviews. So we're using the power of the collective family to get more reviews, so more companies look at us and say, hey, I want to put my products over there or link up with you. And then that helps the community save money. And that's the game, guys. Anytime you can save money on this stuff, holy crap, Zilla, sign me up. I'll wait in line. But we try to do a lot. What was it? Oops, Opez that we just did. Let me see if I even have that on here. I'm pretty sure. Yep, see, there you go. So here, 3%. Look at that. I didn't even remember, guys. That's how many companies we signed up for. We have our Rambling Bob Reviews promo code, 3% off anything that you buy at the store. If you click that, it goes directly to the real website. We don't goof around. There's no Shopify stuff. This is the actual opez.com, and it says reference Rambling Bob Reviews, and that way you know that you're going to the real place and not some, fuddy-duddy, weird, dark side of the internet or some goofy things. And then you can see this is the same. Here's your oopsies number 5. Well, it says hot. We're going to check out the 5 again. And then, you could save 3% off this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it really quick here. Let me add it to the cart, and I'm going to see. I'm going to double check. Let's go to the shopping here. I'm going to test it in real time and see if this even works over here. So let's see. I'm waiting here. I got too many things going on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in. Let's see here. Rambling. No space. Rambling Bob Reviews. And then you hit apply. Let's see if it even works, guys. Well, look at that. Hey, look at that. Well, guys, are you kidding me? Save $150. I didn't even know I had the code, guys. That's how many companies that we're linked up with. It's overwhelming. It's so time-consuming to do this, but I really love it, and I'm staying up till probably 4 or 5 in the morning again to put these videos out, so it helps other people learn. But look at this. If you were in the market for buying the system, my code or our code, I call it a team code. Our team code for this channel would have saved you $150. $150. That's nothing to shake a stick at, guys. That's dinner and a movie all week long, if you know what I mean. And that's a pretty good dinner. So $150 a week in eating out there, $20, $30 dinners there for a whole week. So it does work, and as you can see in real time, the Rambling Bob Reviews. That's me, Rambling Bob Reviews. Holy crapzilla! Who knows it would have went as far as it did, guys. So there you go. The link is in the description, guys. If you need the promo code, it doesn't cost you a penny extra to check these systems out. If you make a qualifying purchase, it helps our channel. We get a very small piece of that, where we can use those funds to grow the channel, buy better equipment. I'd love to get a new camera so I get a better view. We use a GoPro still, but it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I would like to get some new stuff. That way you guys have a better view and more high quality pictures and sound and whatnot. Like we use the microphone off the little camera, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. When you put your arm in front of it, it blocks it, and little things like that. So that's where the funds would go if you ever use it. It doesn't cost you a penny more, like I said. It doesn't take anything out of your pockets, and it's really, really cool that you would support the channel like that. All right, guys. Well, let me pop this away. This was the Opez Mega 5 home backup system. They got other stuff. They got panels and all kinds of goodies. Feel free to run over there and check it out. If you like it, buy it. If you don't buy it. No worries. Guys, ramble on. Be safe. If you're not a subscriber, get up there, hit the button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys next time on the Rambling Bob Reviews. Bye, guys.